Video games aren't haram necessarily, so play with the kids, but not to make them gamers. Play because it's fun. Assalamu alaikum guys, welcome to Real Talk with Dr. Deen. Today I'm going to talk about something that I got a text message, a WhatsApp message from a sister about a new problem we've got. Gaming dads, so Muslim young men who are married, a lot of them are young, i.e. millennials, who've recently got married, who've got very young kids, and they're playing video games. Now, I know you're going to say, well, video games aren't haram, bro. Video games aren't haram necessarily, but here, when you're married, and now you've got children, even before you're married, you've got your wife to look after, your priorities, bro, is the issue here. If you are going to be playing games, how are you fulfilling your responsibilities? So literally, for God's sake and for Allah's sake, think about this, please. Because I'm getting complaints because there's a problem. And responsibility towards the family, towards the kids, giving them time. And I know some people say, well, I'm giving time. But literally what I've seen, and the other day there was a vlog with Zaid Ali T, I think that's his name, and he's got a gaming room. And this is a new phenomenon in the Muslim community, where grown men, married men with families, have now got gaming areas or rooms dedicated to just video games. Now, I want you to think about something here. Responsibility and reality. So it's a form of escapism, playing video games to that level. I mean, if you play the odd game, I get that, you know. Or even better, as a solution, is to play with the kids. So play with the kids, but not to make them gamers. Play because it's fun. For that quality time, building that bond, excellent, play it. But if you become a gamer, it's almost like a religious move. I'm not saying you're leaving your deen. I'm saying religious move as in playing it religiously, you know, without fail, whether it's on a Saturday morning, Sunday morning, evenings, and dedicating a portion of your life to a virtual reality, a fake reality, a different existence, i.e. an online existence in a video game. And it doesn't matter how amazing that game is, it's still fake. It's just pixels on the screen. I might be offending you here, but you may see it as more than that, because it's fantasy, it's very well made, it's entertaining, it's engaging, but it is escapism. And video gaming is about getting away from the reality of this world and going and enjoying yourself playing this game. But the drawbacks to that, when you're playing on that level, is you lose your family, you could lose your marriage, you could lose your children as they're growing up. If they see you playing all the time, there's the little kids watching dad with his controller playing games, thinking, oh, that's quite normal behavior. So they're going to grow up playing these games as well. So you've got a whole generation, and then the future generation, just in the pursuit of escapism. So escape away from the real world and enter the virtual world of whatever it is, and swords and coins and guns and whatever it is, and getting to the next level. Even if you complete the game, even if you get 1 million score, 1 billion score, it's still just a rush. It's just a dopamine rush. That's all it is. There's nothing real about it. When you switch that console off, you're back to the real world, bro. And you got to face that real world. If you don't, you will pay the price. I mean, this is your life. You're going to do what you want, but you'll pay the price with your marriage, your family, your akhirah. Because if you're wasting time, not focusing on your purpose in life, it's going to come definitely at a cost. And I've seen that. I've seen addiction really destroy lives. I've seen it with a lot of youth, where addiction has caused friction between parents and kids, marriages, with their own children. It's not worth it. If you want to play, find a agreed time with your family. I'm going to play my video game, but it's going to be whatever, 3 hours a week, something reasonable, not a whole day. I know somebody personally who plays literally the whole weekend. And that's just complete madness, you know. And you can justify however you want, but gaming is designed by very, very intelligent designers that work on UX design, on coding, to make it addictive. I mean, they got rid of the pause button. You know, games used to have a pause button. You could go away, and what used to happen in my time, you'd forget, you'd come back and it would still be stuck on a pause with the guy moving a little bit like that, and that would be it, and you would have forgotten about it. But now there's no pause button, and that's deliberate so that you don't leave the game. And there's been, you know, really extreme stories where people have actually, one lady who had her children, completely neglected them while she's addicted to a game, a role-play game, and her child died in her house. She had neglected the child for days, and other serious issues like social services getting involved. Hopefully that won't be the case, but I want you to really, bro, think about, and it's not just a male problem, but the majority is the men. I don't know any women that are gamers to that level. Personally, I don't know anybody. There may be the odd person, but it's generally the young Muslim men or men that are doing it, even older men. But having that sense of responsibility that I'm a role model, what I'm doing, I'm gonna have to pay the price through my family, through my children, through my mental health. We know that, and I'm gonna say this because gaming isn't all bad, and to a limited extent, it is actually good for you. I don't mean role-play games, I mean just generally if you play the odd game here or there, it's fine, even for your cognitive ability. It's when it's addictive, when it's for hours and hours, and it's played religiously. So it's played, you know, as you know, that excitement, that buzz, and then you get the next game or the next level, and you keep going. That's not our purpose in life. So everything in balance, everything on the middle path. Ummatan wasata, the middle path. So please, 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 for the sake of yourself, your own sanity and happiness, because once you leave that game and you're back in the real world again, everything's still the same. You still got bills to pay, you still got rent or your haram mortgage, whatever it is. You've got all this stuff that's still going on in your life, and you wake up and it's still there. So if you want to really think about all these things, the best thing to do is sit down and reflect on your timings, your commitments, your responsibilities towards others, and what will make you happy, because video games will definitely not make you happy in the long run. As soon as you leave that game, you feel a sense of emptiness and you want to go back because it's an addiction. And then sometimes I've seen some people, for them, the world outside of gaming is boring, it's irrelevant to them. They're just so hooked on this screen and the console and it's playing it, so they want to keep going back to it and live in that world that is a comfort zone for some people, and you just feel like, you know, I'm going to be here. This is better than responsibility, which is a huge issue, obviously. So, you know, if you're feeling like, you know, I don't have to talk to the nagging wife, or the kids are crying, or I have to do this and that. This way I get to be in my own world. It's really not worth it. So if you look at the research on this, and I know there's debates on both sides, but don't forget the gaming industry is worth more money than Hollywood. They make more money, and they do pay for a lot of the research that you read. So they fund research that suits their purpose. So you will get a lot of research that says, no, there's no harm in this. But we also know there's research that tells you that gaming is very harmful and it's not healthy. So please consider these points, and I hope that helps you and your family. So gaming dads, cut it down, please, for God's sake, for Allah's sake. And I hope to see you on the next one. Take care. Real Talk with Dr. Deen. Assalamu alaikum.